No one will hire Gen Z. So this should come as no surprise. We actually have a video for you guys, and it's a doozy. Recent college graduates are unable to find jobs, and we all know what the reason actually is. Yes, we do have a weaker than expected economy. However, it's more than that. 4 out of 10 employers are saying that they completely avoid hiring Gen Z. They will not even allow them to interview. I have a video from KTSM9, and we're going to check it out. And it basically goes over what's happening right now, where you have thousands of these Gen Zers that are graduating from college, and employers are not hiring them. They are not getting their foot in the door. And we both know that it's more than just a bad job market. They will not hire these people. They've outright said that the Gen Z is toxic.
Thousands of college graduates donned their caps and gowns this weekend with a diploma in hand. The future of our workforce is now preparing to start their professional careers. Thank you for choosing KTSM 9 News at 6. I'm Andy Morgan.
And I'm Monica Cortez. Statistics indicate a strong market. However, some experts say new graduates should brace for obstacles in their job search. KTSM 9 News reporter Tirsa Ortiz is live in our studio with what the class of 2024 can expect. Hey, Tirsa.
Andy, Monica, with a low unemployment rate and raise in salaries for degree holders, this should be a recipe for a hot job market. But that's not the case. Experts are recommending that new graduates should stay adaptable in this challenging labor market.
I do want to get it remote so I can stay in El Paso and, be within my family and help the community of El Paso grow.
Recent graduate and El Paso native Gustavo Pereda has his sights set on having a career in the Sun City, but like many other graduates, has noticed landing a job is easier said than done.
The unemployment rate in March was 4.5%. That's only, 0.7 of a percentage point above the national rate.
UTEP economic professor Tom Fullerton says job prospects look good for people interested in the government and healthcare industries, but that's not the case across the board.
There are some areas, however, of the local labor market where, the demand for labor is much weaker.
Barrera plans on pursuing data science, but doesn't see much opportunity in town.
More than likely, I will get something in Austin, but El Paso is not as much. There is some openings here and there, but not as vibrant and active like places like in Austin or bigger cities.
Professor Fullerton said high interest rates are another contributor to the lack of positions. With less jobs in certain fields being created, there are also less people leaving.
The job market does seem to be decelerating, and we're starting to see more defensive postures in terms of people that already have jobs, in that they are not as prone to quitting as they were 6 months ago.
Fullerton recommends new grads not wait too long before accepting an offer and stay flexible to secure positions that align with their goals.
A lot of my friends who are looking for jobs or are currently in jobs looking to switch, they're saying it's a little bit difficult at the moment. But, it's a roller coaster. It goes up and down. So I think right now it's still in the lows, but I'm hoping it does pick up.
And Pereda is not alone in trying to land a job in a field that doesn't show many prospects, but there are local resources like Workforce Solutions Borderplex that offers trainings for job seekers and employers to stay competitive. For now, live in the studio, Tirsa Ortiz.
Now, guys, they're trying to frame it another way, but the truth of the matter is that employers are completely avoiding these people. They don't want them. They don't want them anywhere near the workforce. I mean, this is an article right here this came out in April. So this article is brand new, April 2024, 3 weeks ago. As you can see, it's titled "Employers Are Avoiding Hiring Gen Z Workers. Here's Why." Employers are avoiding hiring Gen Z workers. Believe it or not, the youngest of today's eligible workers are not being sought out for employment opportunities. A ResumeBuilder.com survey of 1,000 hiring managers showed that 40% of them, did I not tell you 4 out of every 10, 40% of them admitted to having bias against Gen Z workers. While many gifted, smart, able-bodied people are able to fill the holes in the job market, many of them are not a top choice according to hiring staff. The reasons may or may not surprise you. Let me make this clear. A Gen Zer's diploma today A high school diploma and a college degree are not viewed in the same merit, having the same merit as or value to an employer as a high school diploma for someone from the millennial generation or the Gen X generation or even the boomer generation. And it's because the rigor that you had to go through, the basic standards you had to go through to get these degrees was significantly greater compared to Gen Z, who graduated from high school with no proper exit exams, who got into colleges, who are now getting into colleges, being accepted into colleges before they even apply to colleges. They're being accepted to like state schools and other schools before they even apply to these schools. And they're saying that, oh, we're doing it so that everyone gets an opportunity to go to college. That's total BS. Absolute BS. I went to a state school and it was hard to get in. Like, you had to have good grades, and just to graduate, it was one of those very hard programs. It was an extremely hard programs, bordering on engineering. I went to business school and it was a hard program. It was literally, and they said it, it was bordering on engineering. And that's just how it was. And when I graduated from a school with extremely you could not get any higher. Like, my degree had like this crazy accreditation, and in the end, it didn't benefit me so much as it benefited employers that were like, well, now we're just going, we're going to hire you, but we're going to pay you like the same amount. But now for millennials, it basically just did a lot for the workforce, because now they had all of these people who had all of these extra skill sets, but they weren't going to get paid any more than people who never got degrees in the first place. I was working with people who never went to college, and now they were able to hire us with, bachelor's and master's degrees, getting advanced skills, but paying us the same amount or even less than they paid people who only had high school diplomas 20, 30, or even 40 years ago. So it sucks. And we got screwed by the workforce, and we started off thinking, oh, we're going to get, proper raises. And then it's like, oh no, here's after working for us for 2 years, we're going to give you a 10-cent raise. How does that feel? All 10 cents. Like, literally, that's the total BS that they were doing in these places. And, we just had to roll with the punches. But Gen Z, on the other hand, is so toxic. They're so toxic, so irresponsible. Like, I got taken advantage of in the workforce, hands down. Many of us got taken advantage of in the workforce. And I think this is part of the reason why the roosters are coming home to crow. It's bad karma. A lot of these employers who took advantage of other generations, now they're dealing with Gen Z who is taking advantage of them. And it's extremely expensive to hire someone, because especially for certain kinds of specialist fields, it costs a lot of money to train each individual, and they're losing money on these people. Just check this out. Gen Zers, so who are they? They're people born between 1997 and 2012. They're a generation of little jerks, and they're generally regarded as Gen Z. This is the cohort that comes immediately after the millennials and precedes Gen Alpha, another generation of really terrible people. Gen Z stands out in several ways from the cohorts before and after, namely in terms of their fresh perspective on social structures and technological savvy. They're actually considered to lack hard skills and soft skills in the workforce. They're found to seemingly not be very good with technology. Gen Z struggles with even writing an email. Okay. While Gen Z men and women hold many admirable qualities, they're trying to phrase it like it's so, this was written by Kelly Thomas. Bro, just be real. People don't like them. Gen Z doesn't even like Gen Z. While Gen Z men and women hold many admirable qualities, many of today's employers are not eager to hire them for jobs, even ones that they urgently need filled. The lack of experience, resume builder, chief career advisor Stacy Haller stated employers may inadvertently introduce bias based on age rather than focus on candidates' qualifications. Gen Z workers are less experienced than previous generations. Almost 80% surveyed employers saw Gen Z's lack of real-world experience as a problem. Let me continue. Gen Z is less educated. Employers prefer to hire candidates who are college educated and have proven themselves in previous held roles. The guys, they don't believe in Gen Z's college degrees. Okay, they do not believe in Gen Z's college degrees. They don't. Okay, it says here, sadly, many Gen Z applicants have not proven themselves to be capable of getting things done or having education to supplement their experience. Different perspectives on career longevity. Gen Z applicants also differ from previous generations in how they prioritize career aspirations. In the past, having a long career was the goal of young people entering the workforce. However, younger workers no longer see this as the only way to make ends meet. Retail and service professionals are widely viewed as long-term roles by Gen Z, which makes them less desirable to employers. They are more likely to job hop. So Gen Z workers have built a reputation for changing jobs frequently, also known as job hopping. Regular job hopping is a risk that many businesses are not keen to experience. Businesses cannot afford to have workers who frequently abandon their roles because it destabilizes how well a company functions over time. Employers are therefore more interested in interviewing and selecting applicants who are in it for the long haul. I've seen some boomers laughing in the comments that because Gen Z is so unstable, now they're able to stay in the job market even longer and double dip, so they can collect. They can go and get their pension. They can collect their Social Security, and they can still go around. They can still go and and make money from the economy and take the roles that Gen Z are not going to be filling while demanding higher salaries for their years of experience. This is the boomers. They're terrible people. Terrible people. Gen Z workers are not like the traditional 9-to-5 workers of yesteryear. They are entering the workforce looking to work in roles that offer flexibility. They demand flexible work. Younger workers want the option to work varied hours to help them better show up in areas outside of the workforce. Okay. Many employers know Gen Z's over-reliance on technology as another determinant in hiring process. The use of AI, Wikipedia, and other accessible information sources has bred a generation of workers who lack many of the soft skills that make in-person work successful. Employers don't have the time or ability to work through helping young people who struggle in these areas. So basically, they have very poor communication skills. They don't know how to communicate with others effectively, and they rely on tools like AI and Wikipedia so much that they don't know how to do. They don't have very good soft skills either. So basically, doing long division is voodoo to these people. They can't addition, subtraction, multiplication, all of these things. If you give them a pen and paper, they're going to they'll just look at you like either they're going to laugh in your face or they're just going to sit there and wonder what you expect them to do with that. And even a calculator won't help these people because they're so far gone. They're at that point where they'll just ask ChatGPT. And before ChatGPT, you just wouldn't get an answer from them. Poor communication. Employers highlight poor communication as one of the soft skills that Gen Z applicants lack. The ability to connect interpersonally is crucial to a flourishing work environment, but young workers are lacking in emotional intelligence. Gen Z, even having trouble reading the social cues of others. Businesses are passing over Gen Z because they need workers who can adapt quickly. They struggle with teamwork. Gen Z workers grew immersed in technology, and as a result, they are used to working alone with less collaboration. In-person teamwork is not a strength among many young workers, which worries employers who understand the necessity of group efforts and hitting company goals. Many employers want to avoid the difficult task of helping Gen Z workers adjust to meeting team objectives, so they don't play well with others. Yeah, it's just how it is, and it says that as millennials age and Gen X workers leave the workforce, they need Gen Z workers to fill open positions. But it's unfortunate because these young people are just not up to they're just not up to it. Yeah, it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy what we're seeing It's crazy what we're seeing with the Gen Z idiots. You know, they, like I said, they lack self-control completely. They lack complete and utter self-control. They can't communicate effectively, and as a result of that, it's creating some serious problems in the workforce. And it's like no one really knows what to do other than avoiding them, like steering clear of these group of people. You know, and it's creating it's definitely creating some economic implications. You know, keeping them out, but it's, I mean, Gen Z is like, you know, they're putting, I said it before, that they're putting us all at risk. You know, it's because they don't have the skill sets to continue and help society. We're going to have to figure it out. Like, we cannot rely on Gen Z for anything. I mean, they're going to, if you look at how badly they're aging, those of them that are still around in 20, 30 years are going to need someone else to wipe their butts because they're not going to be able to do it themselves. Like, they're aging faster than everyone else. Everyone else. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying the content on this channel, head over to the Angry channel. I have another channel called Angry where I discuss gaming, anime, geek stuff, nerd stuff, real world stuff, or whatever else interests me. There's a link to it in the description of the video. Go check the channel out, subscribe to the channel, support my work. And if you're enjoying the content on this channel, you want even more of this content, you can head over to the Men Walking Away channel. There's a link to it in the description of the video. I release daily videos on that channel. You can head over to that channel, check the channel out, subscribe to the channel, support my work. What do you guys think regarding this? No one will hire Gen Z. Are you shocked? You know, you probably are not. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you like the video, share the video. And just remember that all roads lead to MWA Men Walking Away. And cheers.